This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
The good stuff right there. Woo! They've been pumping us full of energy drinks here at work. I get the game. I'm playing it. I'm all jacked up on caffeine. We're raring to go. I understand it. It's worth it on a Tuesday. I'm going to crash so hard later. We're here. It is The Sports Show. Cody Mack, that's me. That's my name. Mom, where's it out? We're dropping mom jokes already, bro. I haven't even faded down my music all the way. There it goes. There goes that. Let me make sure. Do the things before we do the other things. There's that. That'll go to you guys, and then we'll go. Cool. All right. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. We're here hanging out on a dreary Tuesday. Ooh, December. What's today? The hell does that say? 10th. I got glasses somewhere. Not in here. Oh, how are you guys doing? We could talk, hang out. I'd love to know what you guys are up to. Big game tonight up in the Dome. I heard Brian Higgins giving away some tickets yesterday. Maybe he's got more today. I don't know. You'll have to listen to the 315 with Brian Higgins in about an hour to find out. That's called a radio tease. Unless I come to your house and tickle you, and that's called a regular tease. 315-437-7644. If you want to call and pop right up there, and then I press buttons, we can talk on the telephone. We can discuss really anything you want. Or right over on QSportsTalk.com. You can see there as I just got middle named for making a mom joke. Yup, me and Jimmy B. Same middle name. Only the coolest people in Syracuse have the middle name of Arthur, okay? I'm just saying. That's a fact. And if you think I'm lying, ask James Boeheim. If I'm lying. If I'm lying, you think so, go ask Jim Boeheim yourself. So, hello over there, Q Sports Talk. You guys can hop in there if you want to chat. Oh, I don't know what I did. Did I? Let's see. What do we got? Oh, what do we got here? Let's see. What do we got? Oh, breaking news. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. All right. Who's typing that? You want to just come here and talk about? Well, we got some breaking news? Oh, I think this is a shot at me. I was all excited for a second, and then I see what it is. Is it because he had offers from Florida State? Is that what it is? Because we got, how do you say his name? Javion Cooper, a big old defensive tackle. Mike McAllister with the breaking news. Oh, I didn't open my breaking news thing. 2026. This guy's he's an offensive lineman? I can't read things. Oh, offensive tackle. There we go. He's already had offers from Florida State, Penn State, Pitt. But he committed to Syracuse. That's pretty cool. Props to whoever tossed that out there to me. Jordan, I think, right? Is that you? Appreciate it. But it's okay. You just take some more Florida State guys because I was going to do transfer portal stuff and talk college football anyway because Florida State had a quarterback enter the transfer portal, a guy that I didn't really care too much about, but he was still decent. I don't want to see guys leave my team. Luke Kromenhoek. I never pronounce it. I'm the worst name pronouncer in the history of sports yet. Here I am. But yeah, he played a couple games. I wasn't that impressed with him. I think he's kind of a little small fella, but he's entering the transfer portal, former ESPN 300 recruit. Started 2 game Seminoles as a true freshman. 615 yards, 3 TDs, 2 picks. That's okay. I don't mind that. But other transfer portal news here. Up to just a couple minutes ago, you've got one of the biggest names in the Big 12 best young wideouts of 2023 and one of the best available rankings, Nick Anderson, Oklahoma wideout. My voice just cracked? Didn't crack that time. He just entered the transfer portal as well. You've got a Louisiana tight end, Terrence Carter, who was first team All Sun Belt. He's entering the transfer portal. A lot of these guys you're going to see had really good games on other programs that want to transfer because he played for Louisiana, not LSU, Louisiana. So the Raging Cajun is going to be taking his talents elsewhere. Lane Kiffin says opening up the transfer portal before the bowl games is dumb. I kind of agree with that, to be honest with you. I think that's kind of stupid. But just wait. Just let the bowl game over, open it up, and then, because all these kids are immediately like, "Oh, God, goodbye. I'll see you later." Although we've got some guys that are going to be playing in the bowl game, possibly, right?
Fran, have you had a chance to talk to Kyle since the announcement, and do you know if he's going to play or not?
Kyle McCord.
Yep. Your quarterback?
I think he's playing. What you think?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I think he's playing.
This
Do
poor
you know if
reporter.
he's playing?
He loves football. Do you love football?
I love watching it.
Are you asking me questions?
Here's where the reporter for Syracuse, I don't know, name doesn't matter, doesn't really understand what Fran's trying to do here. Fran's trying to be like, the answers to the questions I'm asking you are obviously going to be yes. Do you like sport? I like watching sports. No. That's not what he's getting at. But here.
He loves football. Do you love football?
I love watching it.
Are you asking me questions?
I'm trying.
Do you like asking questions?
I don't mind.
Yes,
So I don't mind
say
answering them. I think Kyle's playing, though. Kyle's playing football. If we're going to have a football game, Kyle McCord will play in the football game. Until the NCAA says Kyle can't play football anymore, then he'll stop playing college football and he'll go play on the next level.
Yeah, see? Oh, my God. It's making us reporters. I'm not a reporter, but not making sports guys look so dumb. I like watching football. I'm trying to ask you questions. He tried to get you to say yes without saying yes. Oh, my God. Oh, I love Fran Brown so much. I want to hang out with him. You think he wants to hang out personally? Hang out? I don't know. Go like a video arcade or something? I don't know. But, yeah, the portal's still going on. Fran's got players in it. There was I saw recently a wide receiver or a quarterback turned wide receiver is entering the transfer portal for Syracuse. Yeah, you've got top cornerback, which it's okay. This is about to be a defensive back up here at Syracuse, so that's not that big a deal.
And when it comes to the portal and things like, we're going to have guys going to portal. Some by choice, some by a handshake. That's what we want to do to make a good men's. And then some that just this might not be the place, as the talent level rises, as our culture's different. You might not fit the culture. So there's a lot of different reasons of why you want to go. It could be whatever it is, but what we'll say is we want to always do it the right way. And when you don't do it the right way and you just kind of start to spread, I'm thinking about going in the portal. If I get wind of that, I'm putting you in the portal. That's kind of like the motto here. So there's some guys that'll go in that wanted to think out loud. Don't think out loud. Just do it the right way. Because if you want to start to do that without coming and talking to us and doing it like a man, how men do, and families get together and you come and talk to me with your family and we do it all right, maybe we can make it the right way. But if you just start to say that and you try to spread that through a team, I think we have a really close team. So when there's one of the brothers on the team that's spreading, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that, and he's doing that in a negative way, to me, you're a snake, and I don't want to be around a snake.
Oh, my God. I have a kind of a maybe a little reputation of playing just the clips that are left up before me because I want to hear them myself. These are actually thanks to Gomez. Over at TK99, he always puts some sports stuff in there for me. He goes, "You're gonna like this." And oh wow, that was hot. That's something I feel like they'll run up on SportsCenter at some point. Fran, no, I get it, man. Because you get guys that are just kind of, you catch wind of, oh, really? Did he? And then he said he's going to put their ass right in the transfer portal. I love it. That's awesome. He's the coolest coach, man. What a cool dude. I'm going to start trying to dress and look just like Fran. That way people will be like, what are you doing? Like, what? No big deal. I'm always all about Dart. That's what I've always been all about. I don't understand. Okay. Speaking of college football, because that's what we're talking about here, let's talk. They announced some Heisman front runners or some finalists. You've got some more Belichick stuff. Let's do our deep dive, shall we? I've decided to start a deep dive into every single bowl game coming up here, and we will start today with Jackson State and South Carolina State in the Cricket Celebration Bowl Saturday, December 14th. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. I'm just kidding. We can talk about it if you want. I think Jackson State will handle South Carolina State. I don't know, and then South Alabama and West. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. But I got all the bowl games here. If you ever want to talk about it, we can do that. However, Heisman finalists we will talk about as they announce that. This is usually about the time when that gets handed out, as Oregon's Dylan Gabriel, Colorado's Travis Hunter, Miami's Cam Ward were announced as finalists as for the Heisman, as well as this man, Ashton Jeanty, who I think will probably win it, even though it's usually a quarterback award. Any one of these guys is very, very capable of winning this, but it's got to be either Travis Hunter or Jeanty, right? I mean, not Cam Ward anymore. He had that loss, that one loss that I can't quite remember.
And we are pleased to now welcome in Boise State star running back Ashton Jeanty. Ashton, good to have you here on SportsCenter with us. You were watching Monday Night Countdown a few minutes ago when your name was called as one of the Heisman finalists. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I was feeling a little nervous, a little bit of butterflies in my stomach, but it's just amazing to, have this opportunity and, for my name to be mentioned with all these other great players in the nation.
And you saw this coming, Ashton, because back in March in an interview with Pro Football Focus, you predicted that you were going to be in New York for the Heisman Trophy ceremony. How did you know?
I just knew from all the hard work that I've put in, all the great teammates that I have around me, great coaching staff. I just knew my abilities and, I knew what I could do. And, I just brought that to life throughout this season and being one of the best players in the nation.
What would it mean for you to bring that trophy home and, you get it's your trophy.
Hoping you guys get more acclimated to Ashton Jeanty, former future Cowboys running back and a future Heisman winner. Just so you're all aware, when next year I talk nothing but this guy.
Having this underdog story and, being at a group of 5 school and, it's kind of being overlooked all the time. So I think it would be big, not just for me, but big for the community of Boise, all my teammates, this program. It would be tremendous.
Yeah, and not only are you a Heisman finalist, obviously your Boise State team is the number 3 seed in the playoff after winning the Mountain West Conference Championship. And you are at a school that is very proud of its football tradition. Can you give people around the country an understanding of what this accomplishment, making the playoff, means to you and your teammates?
A lot.
Yeah, I mean,
there's more.
It's legendary. It's never been done in the history of this program. And I'm just so blessed to be a part of this team.
And hopefully win a Heisman. I like Travis Hunter because, remember, we started the Heat for Hunter Dallas Cowboy stuff. I would either one of them, man. I don't care. Anybody but who the Cowboys have. We'll talk Cowboys coming up. Don't you worry about that. Oh, man. More college football news as this Bill Belichick stuff is getting wild. Him meeting with the North Carolina for like 5 hours, and then he's still all about the shows that he's on with McAfee and stuff, and then he's got that girlfriend. Just trust me, Google Bill Belichick girlfriend. First, Google Bill Belichick, then Google Bill Belichick girlfriend. It's very confusing, but I don't know. This Belichick to North Carolina stuff is picking up steam, I guess.
Had you always thought about potentially getting back into college ball because of growing up with your dad, or is this something that has like kind of piqued your interest recently with the state of it?
Well, yeah, as you said, I grew up around college football and, some great Navy teams there. And, I learned a lot and really kind of patterned a lot of my pro teams off of the teams that I grew up around in the 60s as a kid growing up at the Naval Academy. But yeah, look, as a pro coach, you always go back every year and go to different schools and look at their players and see their programs and learn from those coaches and their situations as well. So, I've had a chance this year to take a longer look at college football during the college season as opposed to in the spring from the draft perspective. And that's been interesting, as well as staying up with pro football. So it's been a good year for me. I've learned a lot, and so I've had an opportunity to talk to Chancellor Roberts and We've had a couple of good conversations, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so we appreciate you giving us that information, and I love the fact that you're like, the more I'm learning about it, the more I'm interested in potentially helping out, because I think if a Bill Belichick brain goes into college ball, that's a good thing for football as a whole. Development of football, I think it's good for the NFL. I think it's good for everything to get you back around ball, especially at the college level. You said you talked to the chancellor. Schefter told us that you talked to him for 5 hours yesterday. Is that real? 5 hours?
Yeah, let's just leave it at that, Pat. I mean, I don't want to give out too much information. I'll lose my press conference. I want to get my press conference aura back.
Well, he keeps going on and being all fun and having an enjoyable time on Pat McAfee, which is very confusing to me. I don't know how. Oh, there we go. Sorry. I don't know how he keeps managing to be all likable. Him and Nick Saban are the most miserable curmudgeons, and then all of a sudden they go and they do all this, and we're all think they're just all fun and games, aren't they? And then I don't know. There's no way he goes to North Carolina, right? Not a chance. And I think Stephen A. Smith kind of agrees with me, right? Not a chance. I don't know if it's beneath him, Stephen.
Stephen A., I'll start with you. Do you think it'd be a good move for Bill Belichick to go to UNC?
Absolutely not. I want to say this respectfully. I think that's beneath him. North Carolina is not in the SEC. It's not some big-time, football program. That's a basketball school. We appreciate when they do something good in football because it's not all the way, it's not all the time that happens. No disrespect to Jeff Saturday or anybody else. That's just how I feel. Number two, I think that Bill Belichick, on a collegiate level, having to recruit, can't see it. Having to deal with alumni members, can't see it. Having to deal with all of those headaches that come with it. I mean, it was difficult for him. It was presidents, ADs. I can't see. Hell no. I mean, this man had a hard time dealing with the media. Could you imagine having to deal with all of that too? No way. I don't believe it. I think that when you think about Bill Belichick, a 6-time champion as a head coach, an 8-time champion when you take into account the coordinator's position, revered, absolute Hall of Famer, arguably the greatest coach of the modern day era. There is no question to me when I think about him, I think about the NFL and the NFL only.
Until I just get shown this here. Let me, go ahead, keep going. Whatever you're going to do over there, producer. Is that Jordan? Who is it? Ollie Connolly? Let me slide this right back over here so I can read all this here. Because it looks like a little breaking news out there from the producer's desk is showing me that Bill Belichick is, secretly agreed to become North Carolina's next head coach. At Ollie Connolly is saying that Belichick has agreed to become the next UNC coach. Belichick handed the school a 400-page organizational Bible with structure, payment plans, staffing choices, decisions on whether to commit. He's expected to know their decision within 20. I don't know. I think that thank you. No, Jordan, I appreciate it, dude. No, I get that. That's awesome. This is some awesome breaking news here. I don't know though. I don't know I think he may have put this in place knowing that they'd be like, no, get out of here, nut job. But if they agree to it, I don't know. It's very weird. It's a very weird thing for Belichick to want to start all over again in college, but I mean, all right then. Wow. So we got some fun breaking news here all over the place. What a day. This is exciting. We're sportsing around. We'll come back and I'll ruin my own time here. We'll talk about the Cowboys. Well, good. Great. ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. But it's weird just to get your son a job. That was hilarious. I was trying not to laugh.
No, so pretty much they're like, Belichick's like, yeah, I'm down, but here's 400 pages of what you have to do.
Right.
And like, apparently the athletic director and the boosters and the board of trust and like everybody has to approve it. And he's already getting pushback from some people because he's basically like, you know how like when you get a job, you're happy and you're like, oh boy, he's like, all right, I'll do it, but we're doing it.
But here's what we're gonna do.
Pages you have until tomorrow.
And they're like, maybe not. Well, here's the thing, Bill. We've decided, like. You can't do all that and then
can.
Yeah, I mean, they have to with that. If you have a Bill Belichick flirting with you.
Well, you've seen that one of the things he wants is they want his son to basically be named the head coach in, like, acting, whatever, next man up. I don't know.
Right? Which is so weird that, like, really? That's...
You know what the play is? You take the job, you coach one game, and then you retire.
Yep. Yeah. No, honestly, I could absolutely see him being like, well, yeah, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna help you with recruiting for one here, and then I'm gonna take off. All right, I think I'm good. I feel good. It's like, oh, now you're leaving. Okay, cool.
I could totally see it. I don't think he'd go that quick, but I feel like it's a one season, I'm out.
Yep.
I guess the big pull with him is that, I mean, obviously he has pro contacts, so it's like, come play here and I'll get you in the league. Like, I know what it takes.
And he's like, well, let me wait. The Bills won't fire McDermott until after he screws up next year, and then I'll go to Buffalo and get my record wins against the Patriots.
It is interesting because that's the other thing. Like, he definitely, if he wants to coach, he definitely wants to go back NFL. So this is definitely just like, nobody hired me. Like, let me do something.
Right? I don't want to go to the Giants.
I can't imagine him coaching college kids.
I don't want to go to the Jets. No, I can't.
You know how Fran was in the locker room doing like the Cam Ward? Can you imagine Belichick in the locker room?
Winners get washed.
Everyone's dancing. He's just like,
Winners get washed. We're on to the next shower. If you I hear you talking about transfer portal, I'll put you in your snake. Like, oh, thanks, Bill. Thanks for the high energy, bud.
Oh, that Fran? I don't know if it had the audio at the end, but he goes like, you know what you do with snakes?
No, it was just there. Oh, really?
Yeah, the video is like,
that's awesome. Oh, that's wicked cool.
And Noon's magician made like a meme of him like cutting.
What do you think he was talking about? You think he was talking about?
I don't know.
He was talking about Barnes. I bet it was Barnes.
Right.
But he was like, "Oh, really? You don't think I won't just? Guess what? Hey, media. Oh, I didn't want to go. I don't know.
What is happening? Yeah,
I thought we broke it. W will announce it. Oh, I don't care about this. Great. All the men stuff does so well.
Go to the Noon's magician Twitter if you can.
That's hilarious.
I love bad photo, like edits,
that's great
meme edits.
Because there could have been a billion other pictures, but he used that one. That's wicked funny.
So good.
Oh man, hilarious. No, always feel free to run in here.
I would have said something like the thing with me in recruiting is like, you know, I don't know this guy. Like I don't know these people, so I have nothing to add. But
right? No. Oh. But that, yeah. No, that was hilarious. That was good stuff.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Yeah, buddy. We're back. Throwing breaking news all over the place. Oh, right. There we go. That's better for me personally. Hello. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. We're hanging out sports and around. 315-437-7644. If you want to comment on stuff, we're over here on Q Sports Talk. We're breaking all sorts of news. Jordan's making me aware of fun Twitter memes where we got Fran Brown cutting the heads off of snakes. So make sure you guys are getting over to QSportsTalk.com where we have all the fun on the Twitter machine. We have a good time. We have a good time here on the Q Sports Talk live from the Harding Mazzotti studio. make sure you guys are getting on over to Wegmans Lights on the Lake tonight because it's Christmas. That's what you do. You go in and you watch it, and there's lights on all the stuff, and it's awesome. However, tonight is a special night. Buying you a taco coupon, and that makes it the best night. Taco Bell Tuesdays, right over at Wegmans Lights on the Lake. You go, you see some fancy lights, you get your tickets at WegmansLightsOnTheLake.com. You go up, you hold your phone like this, you make sure there's no pictures of butts, and then the lady scans it and hands you coupons for Taco Bell. And then you go, oh, I got, what's that? 6 people back there you can't see? And you go, I got 6 people. And she goes, hey, you don't have 6 people. And you go, give me the coupons. But I don't think they do the coupon. I don't think they'll give you the coupons, though. So, completely up to you. Wegmans Lights on the Lake. Presented by Upstate Honda Dealers and Upstate Golisano Children's Hospital. And we are here. Oh, man. We'll do a lot of the stuff after we come back from the break. But that was quite the game last night. We'll do some of the other stuff now, and then we'll do the fun stuff after. And we'll talk just mostly Monday Night Football, but we had a lot of fun. I did anyway until the fourth quarter of that Dallas Cowboys game. They also, if you weren't watching, for Bengals-Dallas Monday Night Football, they had the Simpsons theme on some of the ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, that type stuff. And something that you're going to hear on this show probably for a long time is Ralph doing the NFL theme, because this is what we call gold, folks.
I'm Ralph. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm not really sure how I don't start every single show with that from here on out, but yeah, that was awesome. I had a lot of fun with the Simpsons theme. I watched it until things got a little more hairy in the third quarter. Once Dallas scored that touchdown to get a little bit closer in the third, I went, okay, Simpsons theme, time to turn off and go on to regular Espen so I can see the things that happen. The things that happened, though, were not super enjoyable. I don't even know how to explain this. The Dallas Cowboys make an impossible stop on Joe Burrow, who was torching them all night long. They get the stop. There's going to be a punt. They've got a linebacker on the Cowboys sprint right up the middle and block the punt. They are going to be in field goal range for Aubrey. The Cowboys are going to beat the Bengals and continue on this ridiculous march to the playoffs. However, a Dallas guy pulls Leon Lett 2.0 and touches it, and I'm going to go home.
That's blocked and picked up by Cincinnati out across the 46.
On a kick play, the ball was touched by the receiving team beyond the line and then recovered by the kicking team. As soon as they recover the ball, it is dead. We ruled on the field, it's Cincinnati's ball, first down.
And then this.
Left.
Then
Burrow,
this.
sideline. Chase. Spin. There he goes. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals.
Unreal. Jamar Chase just crushing it. I won't do it. I had a thing where I could make all of you weep for the rest of the day with an emotional piece that I saw on ESPN last night, but I don't think I will. I'll just say this. If you want to check it out yourself, you can. I'm sure it's all over the things where a young man named Brixton is going through some stuff with cancer battles and stuff, and he meets his favorite player ever, Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase meets him before the game after another round of cancer battle, and Jamar Chase says, I'll catch a touchdown for you tomorrow, and he does immediately in the first quarter. Jamar Chase is the best man ever. I had to say it like that, or else I absolutely would have welled up with tears. It's very emotional. All that stuff ESPN does is very emotional. Makes me happy, but it also makes me very sad. But so that was a very cool piece. I won't do that to you. You can look it up yourself. We can, however, hear some comments from Jamar Chase and Micah Parsons, who left the field before the game was technically over last night, after we get back. We'll Sports Around some more. ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's Steve trying it. I like it. I'm with Infante on this one. I don't really like Fun Dip either. Geez, we might not have to do much other stuff today other than that, really. All right. I like Sour Patch Kids. We were talking about this out there because I don't like Fun Dip, really. That's But I like Sour Patch Kids. Those are good. I like a more sour as opposed to a tart sour.
That's good and charged up, baby. Woo! Charge her up. Don't charge her up. Hey, buddy.
Oh, Jordan sent it to my phone. Nice. There it is. There's that developing story that we were just talking about. Oh, I don't like all the Sour Patch Kids. Like, yellow was unnecessary. Bye, Susan. See you in the morning. Oh, boy. For those of you on Q Sports Talk that don't know what else I do the K-Rock morning show, and we do a thing called the Wheel of Tattoos, where we come up with tattoos of things we talk about all year long that are kind of funny, or that we talk about for a while, or that could be a funny picture. And then we have a tattoo artist that develops the photos for us. And then we pick people and we spin a wheel, and whatever that wheel lands on is the picture you have to get. Unless, if you want to pick your own tattoo, well, then you better hope it lands on a tramp stamp, because then you can pick your own tattoo, but then you have to put it on your tramp stamp because Josh and I both have tramp stamps, and it's out of respect. So that's what I do. That works out really well. I have Paulie's exact tattoo in the exact same spot he does because he has it where he's got it. Look at it. Was I too close? Could you see it? That's right. You know what? You have my tattoos. I have that. I got Boom Shakalaka I once landed on, and a basket of tater tots. So this will be my fourth. I don't know. Okay.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack. This is my Virginia!
Hold on to your seat! Hold on to your panties!
Oh, yeah, there's a Tuesday for you. You're welcome for everyone listening in an office setting. You're very welcome. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. all jacked up on caffeine. So if you're going to play a bunch of metal today, we're hanging out. You can hang out if you want. I don't care. 315-437-7644. We're also over on QSportsTalk.com doing all of the chatting and stuff, hanging out there. We're breaking news left and right, where Bill Belichick is handing over 400-page Bibles to North Carolina. Jesus, that's a lot of stuff. There's basketball up in the Dome tonight. I saw Cuser a 12.5-point favorite, but a bunch of trash. We can't bet on New York college teams. So lame. I mean, Syracuse being the only one I want to bet on, but come on. Let me put a couple dollar bills on our Cuse boys, huh? You know what I'm saying? Bet on red to coach the orange to make some green. Huh? No. I didn't.
I'm Ralph. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Back
Dun, 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 dun.
to some NFL news as the Bengals beat the Cowboys last night in Monday Night Football 27-20. Might as well talk about it some more because I don't know very much else going on, but there's a bunch of interesting stuff to come out of the game. As again, it was that fun Simpsons game that we had. If you ever watched the what was it, Toy Story? They did one. Then they did a Bluey. Was that the other one they did for Nickelodeon that one time for a hockey game? That was a lot of fun, but they did it for Simpsons last night. Let's see if I can interweave some of this stuff as it was the fun and the not so fun for the Cowboys as they lost on that crazy punt there at the end as Micah Parsons, not so happy, kind of left the field. There was still time left, and there wasn't really much, but he took off. And he didn't seem happy. He said it was the worst loss he'd ever suffered. It's like, bro, I don't know about the worst loss I've ever suffered, but man, he was a mess after this game. His podcast is going to be buck wild.
Look at your season.
That's not it. This is it.
Oh, I'm hurt. Man, I won't wish this on anybody. That.
He's gasping.
Put that in words, bro.
Breathing heavily.
Part of you that feels for Amani with what happened there in that moment. Sure.
How do you feel about it?
Amani touching the ball and the punt.
Yeah.
What's going through your head?
About the guy touching the punt.
I mean, I wasn't even really grasping what was going on. Nick made a great play, and then, I asked the ref, explain what happened. He told me that we touched the ball. It was definitely a huge momentum shift. I mean, we just caught a huge stop. We're going to a 2-minute drill. It's just real hard to, you think to believe you could pull that game out from that situation. That hurts.
You say you wouldn't wish this on anyone. Does it just feel like it's snowballing this year? Everything just seems to...
Now is it snowballing?
Between the players, I mean, so many situations. It's just, I don't want to say it's snowballing, but I don't know. It seems like we're paying a due that's not fair.
We're paying a due.
I don't know if it's bad luck, karma, but in terms of the work ethic, everyone's working so hard. I mean, I think we really did well. We could have did a little better containing. I think we gave up some points, but
27 of them, actually, and that's why you lost the game, Micah. Good God, man. There's not a chance he stays. The thing that I played before this that I totally meant to play because it was a teaser. He talks about wanting to stay in Dallas, and he can't imagine being anywhere else, and he wants to retire there, and it's like, I doubt it. Everything he's saying has got all the makings of him piecing out of Dallas after this year, man. And it makes me so sad because I like having him there, but I mean, I don't blame him at all because that one hurts. But toughest loss, he goes on to say that was the toughest loss he's ever experienced. Were you not, you were in the playoffs, man, but as Stephen A. Smith points out, not many playoff losses, so this could have been real bad.
The operative word that comes to my mind, fellas, is embarrassment. You're Micah Parsons, who is an absolute stud, who deserves his money. We know what he means. To be talking about a game like this being more important and more riveting than a playoff loss, my God, that's just evidence that you're not very experienced at playoff losses. I mean, you should be, because you've been there. You've had your share of playoff losses already. But nevertheless, that's just not something that should come out of a player's mouth. To say that this really hurt me more than any loss this year, that makes sense, because obviously you've been playing better, like he pointed out, and unfortunately you're finding ways to still lose games. But in a sense, when he expands extensively beyond that and gives the indication that it's more important than a playoff loss, and it just reminds us what you don't know about postseason meanings and postseason success. It clearly is something that you are oblivious to. So I think that, and then to listen to Jerry Jones talking after the game was just utter embarrassment. There's no way around that. Making absolutely no sense whatsoever. Basically, it's encouraging them not to block the damn punt. I've never heard that. But that's a first for me, fellas. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So it's bad enough you've seen the injuries ravage them. It's bad enough you've seen incompetent play. It's bad enough that at times we've seen questionable coaching. But then when you see their comments, fellas, and the kind of things coming out of their mouth, it just reminds you how detached they are from what the reality of playing professional football should be. Now, I never played. How the hell I know that seemingly better than the players and the coaches and an owner?
I don't know if that's really better, but I mean, yeah, no, he was hurt. That was a stunning loss. Find me a time when your team in the NFL or college football, whatever, has played way better than they have basically all year against an offense that is firing on all cylinders all year. They hold them, tie it, 2020, going into a couple minutes left, and they make a huge stop, and then they block a punt to get an even better field position, but then they do a thing that's been being called Leon Lett 2.0, where the first Leon Lett was a Cowboys thing as well. It's just, I get it from Micah, but yeah, you can't be like, that's the worst loss I've ever had in my entire life. You can be like, that one hurt more than most. You just got to pick your words, because you know someone like Stephen A. Smith is going to dissect the absolute crap out of it. However, like I said, back and forth, the bad and the good, the bad and the good. Bart, they did the Simpsons thing that I was talking about, right? They had Bart prank phone call Moe's Juice Bar. Get his juice now. If they were kids, we can't have alcohol because alcohol is bad.
Yeah, Moe's Juice Bar is going to be pulp. Deal with it.
Yeah, looking for Mr. Schwarmer. First name Ben.
Ben Schwarmer? Anybody know a Ben Schwarmer? Ben Schwarmer. Oh, that's a good one.
Right? Isn't that fun? Again, Jamar Chase of the Bengals had that game-winning touchdown. He did pretty decent. 177 yards on 14 catches and 2 touchdowns. Oh, man. Oh, that one was really rough here. Let's see. What else we got? Let's do Jamar Chase after the game. Mr. Chase, after having 14 catches, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns.
You guys go to the bench. I'm curious, where were you and what did you see on that play when the ball's bouncing around and all of a sudden, like, you're back on the field?
Yeah, well, I was in front watching it, actually. Once I seen the Dallas Cowboys person try to grab it, you know, I was getting excited because I'm like, oh, bro, we got a chance to get the ball, you know, so ended up being good for us.
Right, well, but then you all have to cash it in, and you and Joe have been on an unbelievable tear together this year. That was it? It was just one dude on you. You're single there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, 7-Eleven always open. Were you surprised that was the coverage that they dialed up in that particular situation?
A little bit, yes, kind of. You know, they gave me a little bit of a little man the whole game and 2 man most of the game, you know.
But in that particular spot with the game on the line, I mean, given the play call and given the situation, I don't know. I've never been the dude out there doing it. Is the mindset, if I catch this ball, that's curtains, I'm scoring?
Well, I kind of knew. Me and Joe was already on the same page from the route. It was like a 5-yard out route. He was off about like 7, 8, 9 yards. And Joe threw me inside to give me momentum to make a run at the catch. So that was good by him.
I just am curious, how would you describe Joe and the level that he's played this year. We talked RC and I and Swag and Jason Kelsey on Countdown. I mean, if your guy's record's this much better, the MVP conversation is different. I mean, what has he shown game in and game out all season long?
Yeah, honestly, man, I still think he has a chance, even though our record's not talking great. But, man, he just shows his poise in the pocket. You know, he shows how he keeps the play going in the pocket, moving around back there. He's been doing jump passes this year, so he's been doing it all, man. He's just a outstanding quarterback back there.
Yeah, no, Joe Burrow adds to his 30 touchdowns this year with 3 more. So now he's got 33 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. He's definitely up for MVP consideration. But again, there are a lot of people up for MVP consideration this year. It's been a pretty good year for some awesome games and awesome performances. I mean, the Cowboys did have some moments. They had Homer Simpson throwing CeeDee Lamb a touchdown.
They empty it out for Homer Simpson playing quarterback. Play clock down to 3. Simpson looking to throw. He floats it toward the end zone. Touch diddly down. CeeDee Lamb. Woo-hoo! Homer Simpson. And that's just a perfect celebration for Homer's first touchdown pass in the NFL.
Wow, Homer Simpson got a touchdown pass in the NFL. Good for him. This is so fun. I like that they did this. You have Bart throwing a TD to Ralph, because why not? Monday Night Football.
Burrow, Chase, and Higgins are out. Bart, Lisa, and Ralph are in. Bart Simpson takes the snap, throws to Ralph. Touchdown! Ralph! He's not in danger. He's in the end zone.
Guys, he choose to throw it to Ralph. I'm so happy for the little guy. Did you see his release at the line of scrimmage?
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I love it. That's so funny, man. This was fun. I like that they did this. However, though, where do the Bengals go from here? They've got to win out, right? And then they finish not even at, what does it be? They'd be 9-8. I don't know if that gets you into the playoffs, man. AFC is rough.
How does one explain? Well, I mean, we all know the answer is because their defense is literally that bad. It is. But where do they go from here? If you're the Bengals, you had Super Bowl aspirations before the season began. Burrow has been brilliant. Chase has been unbelievable. Trey Hendrickson leads the league in sacks. Where do they go from here?
They don't seem like they're going to be able to bring back Chase and Higgins. So, like, this window, Super Bowl window that they had, it opened sooner than I think any of us expected it to, and they haven't really improved. They've gotten steadily worse, and they're dealing with a player like Joe Burrow who has been somewhat injury prone. Like, it's a really fragile thing that they have there, and it feels like they're coming towards the end of this first run. And how they rebuild this, I don't know. How they rebuild it quickly, I don't know, with a healthy Joe Burrow. So I think that's the saddest part, is they're not going to bring back Higgins. It seems really hard to bring back Higgins. It seems like the solutions for the defense is not just a one player, one will solve it. No. So it seems like this window to them is starting to get a little slimmer.
I think the whole draft has to be defense for them, right? Because they got to start hitting on some of these picks. They drafted some defensive guys high. They just haven't worked out, right? But the Higgins and Chase situation is fascinating. Higgins is a free agent. Chase is not. But he's obviously up for an extension heading into his 5th-year option season. Joe Burrow says after the game in his press conference, I'm confident we're going to find a way to keep T. Higgins here next year. He's not just saying that because he wants it. Like, there's a decision to make. If you don't want to pay Jamar Chase more money than any other receiver in the league, then you're going to have to trade him, and you're going to definitely have to sign T. Higgins. If you're going to let T. Higgins walk, you have to lock up Jamar Chase at that money, because that's what it's going to cost. And then after that, you got to rebuild the defense. They got a lot to do.
Yeah, but don't worry. You can plan on one thing. We will absolutely be bringing back Higgins, Brian Higgins, in like 15 minutes or so on the 315 with Brian Higgins. I see what I did there. Huh? What a fun game. I love it. All right. Bengals over the Cowboys. Monday Night Football. Chris Berman would hate that, I bet. We'll be back and, I don't know, wrap it up, see what else the hell I got in this pile of papers over here. We'll figure it out. Sports Around. ESPN Radio 97.7. What other boy? What up, show brokers? God. Cool. All right. What up, Florida boy? Thanks for stopping over, guys. It's Jason. I ain't seen many Bengals fans. Did you, Bronco? Well, thank you. I was sad. Thank you for staying up, though. No, that is true. Even if they got to the playoffs, they'd lose in the first game. You get it. You get it. I know, right? Chris, it was a little shocker. They had a little surprise. It wasn't really a surprise. I knew I was having a very small gathering, but I didn't know that I was having a big thing because I would have done much more. It was fun. It caught me off guard. I enjoyed it. Everybody likes me. Oh. Thanks, Dan. We'll see you guys. Oh, boy. Oh, do a big stretch. Oh, zoning out a little. Okay, here we go.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Oh, couple more minutes. DVOffers.com, powered by Drivers Village in Cicero. Thank you for making all this possible. As just a few minutes away from all of that pregame coverage you guys love so much with 315 with Brian Higgins as SU up in the Dome tonight against Albany. I don't know if he's got any tickets for you. That's for you to find out. And me to go out and steal and then sell on the secondary market. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking with you. I'm just having a good time. Real quick here, I thought this was funny. The Simpsons were part of Monday Night Football last night. Stephen A. Smith doesn't like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me no pleasure to be here with you today because today we all bear witness to the madness of an exhausted man's hot dog fever dream. In this man's nitrate-soaked brain, he's playing football against his own son. A father pitted against his own flesh and blood. It's ridiculous, a travesty, an insult to the game of football, and a stain on our national fabric. What kind of stain? I can't say. Maybe soy sauce or gravy. Whatever it is, it's something dark and sticky and not machine washable. No, this national stain is dry cleaning only. And who's going to pay for that? Not me. Just because I have dry cleaning money doesn't mean I'm going to spend it on this.
That was real fun. That was enjoyable, man. I like when they do that. So hopefully they do that for other things in the future because they've done it with other Disney stuff, Toy Story and some Nickelodeon whatnots. So that was enjoyable. I loved it. And I loved hanging out with you guys. We'll see you later. The Sports Show, Cody Mack, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. The 315 with Brian Higgins is next for all your Cuse basketball coverage.